Hey guys, welcome to the video. I've got my good friend Audie here. We are going to look at some amazing, well, hopefully amazing MLB uniform concepts. I've done hockey, I've done baseball as hockey jerseys, and now it's time to look at legitimate MLB uniform concepts. And the best guest that I could think of is, of course, Audie James. Audie,
Oh, you.
welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you guys don't know, Audie does have his own YouTube channel. He does talk hockey, but you know, people might not know that you are heavy into baseball.
I
Is
don't
that
think
correct?
many, yeah, I don't think many people realize it because I did like early on in the channel, I did a lot of baseball coverage, but I found that if I just primarily focused to hockey, I don't know, I found that there was always more to talk about and more people cared about the hockey side of my channel than baseball. But no, I'm always excited to come on and do baseball stuff. I mean, when you reached out to me with this idea, I was just so excited. I'm like, yes,
Heck yeah.
baseball. Somebody else appreciates it. So no, I'm looking
And
forward to it.
and you're not just a fan. You're not just a viewer. You actually play competitive. Is it triple A or something?
It's yeah, it's like a men's senior A.
Yeah. So I mean,
So,
like, you get pretty serious into baseball here. So
always
uh,
have been. I don't think that's ever going to be something that's not part of my life. So
excellent. Well, I hope you're going to be super critical of these concepts because, admittedly, hockey's my majority of my life. So I'm not going to be super critical of these uniforms because I'm not generally familiar with their regular uniforms. So you're my educator here. You are my knowledge of power.
jeez, no
So
pressure.
yeah, no pressure. So what I'm thinking we can do is we'll go through these all 30. Just so you know, I haven't seen these before. Audio hasn't seen these before. Total reactions here. Maybe we could rank them out of 10. So I'll give my score. You can give your score. And
Sure.
at the end of the video, I will add them all up, and then I'll as a pinned comment on this video, I will list all of our rankings. So you won't even know, and I won't even know at the end of the video until I score them up after the video is even done. So if you guys want to see who we rank first, check out the comment section. All right, you ready for this?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Number one. Ooh, Detroit.
Okay. I kind of figured coming into this that it was going to be. Now I'm going to make reference to like color rush. Like the NFL does an unreal job with their color rush.
They do, yeah.
I had an idea that it would be more because something that I feel is lacking in baseball is like a very eye-catching color scheme. Like no
Totally.
teams really have like that super catchy and grabby scheme. I'll tell you right now, orange is my favorite color.
Oh,
So
snap.
Detroit has always been high on my list. Um, Keeping that same just kind of like, and you'll notice this in a lot of baseball teams and their logos. Very simple. You've done the logo reactions or rankings and all that, so you know that there's not very many that aren't
Yeah.
just a single or like your Dodgers hat there, like just a couple letters. So you got to stick to your guns, which I like. Um, I like the color break in the belt,
Yeah, the belt's
especially
cool.
like the orange belt with the dark pants, like that kind of darker blue.
Yeah, that almost like ocean blue or something.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And the obviously the curse of Detroit, that's something that they've always had, something along those lines. Or they have that just the D in the corner, which is either
Hmm.
or. And it's on the sleeve from what I can see,
This is this is
which
pretty
is good.
eye-catching. This
I
is
think so
bold.
too. It's very
Yeah.
bold.
I like this.
If they're gonna be all like this, then it's gonna be hard to just
I
rank a
know.
worst. Because I'm a big
Totally.
fan of most of these jerseys. Okay, you give your score first, and then I'll ponder it while you kind of think
I
about it.
I really like this color combination. Orange and blue, I feel, are very good complementary colors with one another. The brightness of the orange, but the darkness and deepness of the blue, just the contrast is fantastic. It stays to its roots with the logos. I think so far, I mean, this is the first one we looked at, but I really like this. I give it an 8.5.
Yeah, I was gonna go somewhere along the lines of 7.5, just because I don't want to set the bar too high too
That's
early.
true. That's true.
So, because there's gonna come a point where we're gonna be like, oh man, we gave Detroit 8.5,
I know.
and this is like clearly an 8.5, 9, and then we're gonna kick ourselves in the butt. So I think I'm gonna go with a 7.
Okay.
Orange and blue, unreal color combo. I've done videos in the past talking about how much I like the Islanders colors.
Yeah.
Probably one of my favorite color combos in the NHL. So I think that I'm gonna stick with that as well for this one. That's
All
gorgeous.
right. 7 for you, 8.5 for me. Let's move on.
All right. Ooh.
Ooh.
See, see, this is good. This is really good.
I'm kind of
Um,
like. I'm getting like Montreal Expos vibes a little bit.
Very much so. And now there's no relation. Obviously,
Right.
Montreal went to Washington. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to see if Washington's concept jersey has some kind of kickback to Montreal. But I'm a Penguins fan first. I mean,
Yes.
Penguins and Flames are kind of my teams here. And the baby blues have always been a soft spot of mine. Just I'm gonna bring it back to hockey a little bit here. So they did the right thing by incorporating all three of the colors because the Twins kind of have that hint of a light blue, and then that obviously that dark blue and the red. Um, oh
It
man,
looks good.
it looks really good, and the piping down the middle is like the one.
Yeah.
It looks to me as if one is like that darker blue, and the other one's the red. Um, and then obviously like the big thing that I like is like the light jersey, the dark pants, but then popping that color in the light belt as well.
Yeah, man, the
Oh
belt kind of makes these uniforms for me.
yeah, and it's such a small piece that can really make or break what a uniform concept is for baseball.
Absolutely.
Oh man,
And I should have said when we started, I do apologize. These, as you can see on the screen here, these concepts were designed by Alex. So, Alex, thank you for submitting your concepts. And as you can tell, we are really enjoying these so far.
totally, man. This is awesome. I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with an 8.5.
Oh, really? Dang.
I'm going 8.5. I love these. I really
I,
love these.
I'm going to reverse it a little bit. This time I'll do the 7. I like the orange and the blue a
Okay.
little bit more, but this is really nice.
I like the contrast of light to dark. I think that's
Absolutely.
really appealing.
All right, let's move on. Oh, wow.
Okay. Okay. This is nice
Wow.
too. They're all really good so far. We're only 3 in.
Yeah, the way that the stripes or the pinstripes work along the collar down towards the belt and just almost the off-white or cream color gives it like such a nostalgic old school kind of feel to
Retro.
me.
It's very like early 60s
Yeah,
MLB
yeah, yeah.
vibe. The only thing that would really make it is the super baggy pants they used to wear. The colors they
Yes,
stuck
that's
they
right.
stuck to the Angels red, which is nice. And like you said about the piping around the collar and down the middle of the jersey is nice. And again, you get that break in the middle with the red belts.
Mm,
I like it. It's probably not my favorite of the three so far,
I agree.
but I do like it.
Yeah,
It's not to say that there's anything wrong with this.
it is it is definitely not ugly. That's for sure.
No. And I
I'd probably
think
give it
that,
a 6.5 for me.
yeah, I was going to go with a 6. And a thing that I really like about MLB hats as well is the two-tone, like the top of the cap, like the crown is a different color than the brim, which is something I've always been a fan of. Like when
Yeah.
the Blue Jays incorporated their white window on the crown there for
Mm,
last season, I really enjoy that. So I'm going to stick with a 6, but that's not to say that this isn't a nice looking concept. I mean,
yeah.
it's incredible.
By no means is this a bad concept.
No,
It's really nice. Did you know that my cousin used to pitch for the Angels?
I did not know that.
Yeah, Jason Dixon back in the 90s.
Wow. The more you know.
The more you know. Okay.
I was so
Ooh.
looking forward to this because I know how much obviously I watch your videos. I know how much you hate oh God, which it was the NFL uh, logo ranking video, and you're like, it's just a plain C, and everybody in the
Oh,
comments
geez.
was like, oh, you're a Habs fan.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
Cincinnati is just a plain C, but they got away from it, which I love.
Yeah. This was a good decision by Alex, I think, to use the more of a textual font here with the Reds.
Big time. And it's given me similar vibes to the Angels one we just saw, just kind of like a different color scheme.
Yeah.
Again, you can only do so much with certain teams because
That's right.
you can only like essentially do what you can with the colors you're dealt. And Cincinnati, red and white,
Yeah.
not the most original color scheme by any stretch, but I think that Alex did a really good job here in kind of breaking it up and going away from just that. It looks like it's a little bit of an off white compared to like just a normal straight up white.
Mm.
Again,
This is
two tone hat, and instead of the C, you got a big R on there, which I don't know if they've ever used. It's
I
given
definitely
me
don't know.
it's given me like super I don't know if this is bad or not, but super like Rickard's Red vibes, like
Oh
the beer
yeah.
company. I don't know if you're familiar with the logo.
I am. I didn't even notice that till you pointed it out, but yeah.
Um
Wow.
which is it's cool though. Like I like the cursive font on the hat too. And again, with a team that you don't have much to deal with, like they have a very boring logo and a very basic color scheme. So you
Yeah.
can only do so much. So this is no fault at Alex whatsoever, but I think I'm going to give this one a 5-5.
I'm actually agreeing with you. I was thinking 5-5 as well. He plays it safe, not in a bad way, just in a, you don't want to be too bold from a team that, like you said, doesn't really have a lot of items in their arsenal of
Right.
excitement for logos and colors and stuff. So he plays it safe, but he has a little bit of a spice. So 5-5. That kind of sounds like a bad score, but don't really
It's
need
really
it.
not though. Like like I said, it's no fault of his. You can only
Yeah,
do so much.
it's kind of compared to the ones we just saw reviewed as
Exactly.
well. All right, let's move on to the next one.
Ooh,
Ooh,
Beantown.
this one is probably one that a lot of the viewers are looking forward to because there's a lot of Boston fans out there.
Oh yes, there are. They're everywhere.
Hmm.
Um, the thing is too about teams as historic and nostalgic as like the Yankees and the Red Sox and your Cubs. People will probably tend to scrutinize you for veering away from the old basic, fonts and logos and all that they've used because they've been that way for so freaking long. Like
Absolutely,
they haven't
100%.
changed anything. I like I like the change. I'm getting Calgary Flames home jersey vibes from the kind of piping on the elbow there and then the break
Yeah,
from red to like a darker color,
yeah. I see what you
which
mean.
is cool. I totally get behind that. And again, a two-tone hat, I'll always be a sucker for the two-tone hat.
I
You'll
really
always
like
have
this
me
hat
there.
specifically.
Me too.
Yeah,
And I like how he kind of went away from the traditional like red Boston logo on the hat, like the B,
the one
and
that
made it that
everyone knows.
exactly like your
Yeah,
typical or the two like literal Red Sox that they have on the hat. Kind of spicing things up and changing it a little bit.
yeah. I
I
don't
do
see
like
that
it.
anywhere in the jersey here, which is not a bad thing, not a good thing, just an observation.
It's
But
simple. It's
yeah,
the fact of the matter is it's simple. I quite enjoy it.
I think I'm in the range of 6 for me.
Yeah, I was gonna give it a 6.5. Um, just I like the breaking between different colors. I like how they were able to incorporate a little bit from each kind of set of jerseys. They were able to incorporate the white pants. They were able to incorporate the red alternate, and then they also were able to incorporate kind of that like very very dark blue, almost black in the sleeves and on the hat.
Yeah,
I think hit the nail on the head with just about every color scheme there.
I think the only thing that you could say that would be missing from here is that the Two Sox logo, and I don't even
Right.
really feel like it's missing. I feel like this is
No,
complete.
I feel like
So
the jersey and the whole kit itself is not lacking anything.
yeah,
Excuse me. I feel like it would have been overdone otherwise,
yeah. If you start
but it's
adding additional
very
logos in
well
there, it gets a little
executed, I
busy.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next. Ooh,
Oh,
this
oh
is
man,
controversial.
this is gonna be so hard for me to do, man. Why'd you do this, Neil? Because it's so nice. It's so nice,
It is.
but
I think
it's so bad.
I think I'm being a little distracted by the orange background. I wish maybe that was black or white or something. I'm
It
kind of
would have
losing
popped
the
more on a
sleeves
white,
and the socks. Yeah,
but it's gorgeous.
it's nice. It's really nice.
It's gorgeous. I think of all the uniforms we've seen so far, this might be my favorite.
I actually agree.
And
Yeah,
it's
I agree.
killing me to say that it's my favorite, but it is so far. Oh man. It's just so well done. Like the piping in the middle,
It's
like all the
that's the best part.
colors are represented. The logo is still there along with that cursive text. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this one. Uh, geez, oh,
I got to put my judgments aside, I think, and just focus on the actual uniform.
yeah. I think I'm going high eights. I think I'm gonna go 8.8.
I was gonna go 8.7
We're right there
if we're
together.
getting real technical.
Yeah, we're getting technical in this
I
one.
want to give it a 9, but I just can't do that to myself. And that's no fault to you, Alex. It's
Yeah,
just
no, it's not you,
given
Alex.
the circumstances, and I'm sure all baseball fans know,
Totally.
I can't touch the score that I want to give it, but I want to respect the work done behind this.
Yeah,
Eight
respect
seven,
the effort.
solid. That's it.
Alrighty. Next up. Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
So this is very nostalgic, kind of original feeling. This totally makes sense for this team.
It's it's simple in the sense that it's just reversed.
Yeah, really.
It's a dark jersey with light pinstripes opposed to a light with dark pinstripes, because we know the Yankees use their traditional white with the black pinstripes or dark blue, navy, whatever you want to call it. And then they have that gray alternate as well. But this is like it's very popping. The New
Yeah,
York really stands out. It's just it's hard for me to picture it as more than just a reversal, just because for the fact that like we mentioned before about the Red Sox and all those other teams, they haven't gone too creative or too far along the path of spicing things up.
yeah.
And if they were to spice it up, this is basically the only thing you can really do, if
Pretty
that makes
much. I
sense.
mean, you don't want to upset all the Yankees fans, and I don't think any Yankees fan looking at this would become upset. It's different, but it's not radical or anything like that. So this was,
Totally.
I think, a very fair decision by Alex to go this route.
100%. And we get that break in the belt again, kind of drawing that gray out from the socks and the undershirt there.
Yeah,
And obviously the tip of the hat, which again, two-toned, big fan. Like I said, you can only do so much with what you're given. And there's a lot of MLB teams that don't give you a whole lot. That's just as simple as it can be.
I
I
like the
think,
nostalgia vibes for this.
yeah, I totally agree. It looks like something from, like I said, like that early 60s era. Like that's totally something that
Yeah,
they would rep. I'm
I'm
going to
I'm
give it
a
a solid 7.
oh, I was gonna say 7.
We can
Yeah,
have the same score. Two great minds think alike. Come on.
that's true. Yeah, we haven't disagreed yet, which is either a compliment to Alex uh
Or we're both just too good
or
at this.
we're both yeah, we just have the same taste literally. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Oh wow.
Okay.
Wow.
This is the, I can't quite read it, Dodgers, yeah? So I'm going to get a little critical. I know that the Dodgers can draw a little red out of the current logo. They have a baseball on the logo. I'm not too well versed in the sense of if they've had red in their past. They very well could have, and that could be the reason why Alex put so much red into this.
Hmm. This is a lot
I
of red.
It's a lot. And I don't want any I don't want to diss the creator whatsoever, and I'm not going to, but it's almost too much red to me, and I
Yeah,
feel as
I
though it's
agree.
too busy. Like
Yeah,
it's
I
capturing my
agree.
eye, but it's almost losing me in this at the same time.
It's very bold. My mind is having a hard time processing these colors with
The
that name.
thing that I think of too is you see the little 35 underneath the Dodgers crest along the chest,
Yeah.
which would lead me to believe that on the back of the jersey, the name, kit, and number would probably be that same red.
Yep.
When you're watching from the outfield and you don't have 20/20 vision and the number and name doesn't pop to you like it would, say, if you did a lighter color on that blue, then you're going to have a difficult time kind of, obviously you can keep track of who's on base and whatnot, but just for the, the average fan who's not, not many people pay too close attention in a ball game. But for
That's
the
a good
average
point.
fan who's just there, like if you're sitting in center field trying to watch a guy round third and run home, you're going to have a hard time reading those numbers off the back and that name kit if they follow the same color scheme as the front.
Yeah, do you think if that 35 was changed to white and even Dodgers was changed to white, do you think that would change your opinion
It
on this
would,
concept?
but it would also be very similar to what they have now.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be a whole lot different, which is why I understand why they used red. Again, I'm not well educated in the sense that they haven't used red in their past. That could be paying homage to their past, which is very decorated and very colorful. But I I'm having a hard time with this one.
Yeah, this one's difficult. It's almost a little bit too bold for me. I'm thinking I'm around a 4.5, 5 for this one. I'll say 5.
I was gonna give it a 4-2, and again, no
Ooh.
disrespect to the creator whatsoever. This is
Oh yeah, no.
just an opinion, and yeah, it's just too busy for me. That's my thing.
That's a fair statement.
It's a good color scheme, but it's just a little bit too much.
Let's move on to Cleveland.
Oh, okay. What am I getting from this?
Is that a black or a dark blue? It looks dark blue to me.
It looks like there's not very many teams that use just like a black. It's usually a very, very dark blue.
Yeah.
And Cleveland, I'm happy for everything that's going on in the world right now that there's no Chief Wahoo.
Hmm.
Um, I I don't know. I'm getting Carolina Hurricanes vibes from this
Yeah, I can see that.
big time. Um, the hat is simple, but I'm pretty sure has been used. If we're basing this off of a concept and being new, then I'm not saying it's lacking creativity, but I
Hmm.
think that's hat or a variation of that hat has been used very similar.
I don't think I like the from the waist up to the shoulder, so the jersey or the shirt or whatever. I think
Hmm.
that's my least favorite part. I think the hat's actually my favorite part.
Okay.
I'm indifferent about the pants and the belt and the socks and the shoes. I feel just okay about this one as a
Yeah,
whole.
I'm probably in the same boat. I don't love it, but I don't hate it at the same time.
Yeah.
It has its flaws. You can still read clearly, which is nice. I like how around the font, it's kind of got that white shadow
Yeah.
or outline around it, so it still pops. The piping, the colors down the middle, and the collar of the jersey are still very well done. And obviously that shoulder, or sorry, that elbow sleeve there,
Hmm.
because you got to think too, like wearing this. Let me see if I can get. Yeah, like wearing this Blue Jays jersey. A lot of them have that piping around the elbow too.
Yeah.
Um, I think I'm gonna just go straight down the middle with this one and give it a 5.
5. I'm thinking 4 for me. So I don't know if that makes it the lowest. Maybe the last one was the lowest ranked one for us. I guess I'll see at the end. But all right, moving on.
We'll find out.
Oh wow,
I love it.
wow! Look at that hat.
I love it. I love it. That's very well done
Wow.
because they
I'm
still
just
have the pirate on the chest just below Pittsburgh. Older colors, I believe. Is that a? It's black, right?
yeah, it's black.
But we haven't seen many yellow Pittsburgh jerseys,
I actually
and I'm
really like
glad.
this.
Go ahead. Sorry, I
This
didn't mean to cut
I
you off.
no no, it's okay. I actually really like this. Basically everything about it, to be honest. And I'm not usually a fan of these colors together, but here I
Hmm.
think it really works. I genuinely like this. The only criticism I have is that the logo on the hat is duplicated on the jersey.
Right.
But that's a very small gripe. I genuinely like this one a lot.
I think it's because in most cases the Pirates don't actually use that logo on the cap. It's usually a
It's just a P, isn't it?
it's just a P. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like the creativity and thinking outside the box and actually using that logo on the hat. Big fan of this city. Big fan of the colors that go with this city. And I think I'm gonna give this one an 8.2.
Ooh, 8.2. I'll give it a 7.6. I like this one.
Okay.
Good
All right.
job. Next. Oh,
Oh, this
wow.
is so nice.
Holy crap.
This is very nice. Because it's not too far off from what they already use,
It's really
but there's
not.
enough aspects that come into it, like this light blue. And
Yes.
again, I'm a sucker for light blue, but there's enough that this brings in that makes it different and adds that much more pop to it.
That really makes the jersey or the
It
uniform.
does. And the belt. I'm going to always
The
come
belt
back
is
to the belt.
amazing.
It's gorgeous. And it's not like the light blue isn't overpowering. If I were to give it any critique, it might be a little bit too much in the belt. But again, how do you put a red belt there when the
Yeah.
accents are all that light blue? So really, it's no fault whatsoever to this concept.
I think the only criticism I have is maybe the brim of the hat. If that was the red instead of the blue, I think it might
Hmm.
match the neck area a little bit better.
Agreed. And
But
then that would lead into that piping
yeah,
around the collar a little bit better.
I genuinely really like this one though. I'm high eights. I'm 8.9 for this one.
Oh wow, good stuff. I'm gonna give this one just a solid 8 because I still like the Pittsburgh one better, but I also really, really, really like this one. So very
Heck
well
yeah.
done on this.
Yeah, good job, Alex. Next, Phillies. Oh, wow.
Okay, it's dark,
This is really interesting.
but it's still appealing.
It is.
I'm gonna throw it back to hockey again, but I'm getting Avalanche vibes from this one,
Absolutely with that burgundy a little bit.
and I love the color scheme.
That color scheme really works.
big time. And I'm trying to think of if they've like I feel like they've used both of these colors in their past. Maybe not that dark of a burgundy, but
Hmm.
they've certainly used variations of this kind of color scheme. Maybe not the exact scheme together, but they've used it before. And that white piping really breaks it out in the middle and around the collar.
Yeah, that pops. This is nice.
And I've
I'm
always loved the Phillies jerseys. I've loved their colors. I've loved everything about the Phillies. They're probably my second favorite team
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
if I had to pick.
Really?
Um, but again, I can't really have a second favorite team being a Jays fan. So, but oh man, this is nice.
It
I
is nice. I'm
It's
probably high
up there with
sevens for
me.
this one.
It's up there with me for Pittsburgh.
Oh, it's
I
right.
think I
It's
like it better than Pittsburgh.
really.
I'm
Wow,
gonna give
that's
this an I'm
bold.
gonna give this an 8-4. I really
Intense.
like this a lot.
I'm gonna give this a 7-9, I think.
The thing I like the most about it is the consistency between the pants and the actual jersey itself. And then you have that little break in the belt, but you don't lose too much of the burgundy in the socks and in the cleats. Like it's just the right mix. Like it's
Yeah.
balanced perfectly, I think.
Yeah, it has a really, really nice balance. I was just thinking that. Good job, Alex. Next up, we've got the Cubs.
Okay.
So, paying respect to an old team.
And again, you can only do so much with what you're given. We've said it time and time again.
Yeah.
I was hoping that they weren't going to veer away from the Cubs logo because I feel like if you used or did anything other than that, you're kind of not dissing the franchise, but
Mm.
not respecting it the way it should be because it's so historic. But
I definitely don't dislike this one. It's definitely not my favorite though.
mhm.
It's in the middle for me. I'd probably give it a I'll give it a 5.5, I think.
Okay, I was going to say a 5.3 for the sole purpose of the fact that it's not it's not a new idea really. I don't think it looks very similar to what they have used before.
Yeah. I
Um,
I'm usually I like the off-white or the cream color. I think I might actually like this one more if it was white instead.
I agree. I think that I kind of feel like he was trying to go for a little bit of a retro look by making it that off-white cream color,
Yeah.
which I
Which I think
totally respect.
yeah, usually that's probably the right decision, but for me this one it wasn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the 5-3.
All right. Next up. Ooh, Tampa Bay.
Okay,
This is a lot of blue.
it's a lot of blue. Not a big fan of the TB in the middle. I feel like it to me looks incomplete. Like I feel like there should be a color within the T and the B.
Hmm. I think I
I
like that.
like the hint of the yellow, but I don't like that I don't see it anywhere else on the jersey.
I see. I like that. I like the
Do you? Oh, we
yeah
have our
the
first dispute.
yeah. I think we might disagree here. It's a lot of blue. And I think that's a negative, but I like my favorite part is the T and the B, and that yellow.
Okay.
Just that pop there.
It to me is, and I love baby blue, but it's too much baby blue, I think,
It's a lot of blue. It's too much.
because the socks are also that baby blue,
Yeah.
and there's no break in the cap. It's not a two-tone. You just have that one baby blue. There's not enough dark blue, and I feel like there's not enough yellow incorporated. I would have incorporated some yellow in the socks maybe, or even the
Hmm.
belt would break it up nice, I think, if you just added those two touches. But
Yeah,
for
just to kind of
me,
balance it down a little bit all the way to the bottom.
yeah, yeah. I think I got to give this one a 4-7.
I was around there. I'm gonna give it a 5. No, I'll give it a 5.4.
Okay.
I like the boldness of the yellow.
There you go.
Next up. Oh,
Arizona.
wow. That text on the front threw me off
Big time.
totally because it looks like uh douchebag or like
Yeah,
d-bag or something.
D-bag.
I had to take a second look and think, oh, d-bags.
Yeah, I like how they stuck with the D-backs font. They've done that before. Because imagine trying to spell out Diamondbacks somewhere.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Um, I'm getting like, and this is it's growing on me the longer I look at it, but I'm getting Kachina vibes. Like,
Oh, which makes
like
sense.
yeah, exactly. And like, the greens, like I don't even know if they've used that green before, but I like it. Um, the red is is very nice.
I just
I
noticed the
don't
bottom
know.
of the shoes. I didn't realize they were colorized. I kind of like that.
I do too.
Or the cleats, whatever. Yeah.
I think for me this is a 6-7.
I'm not going to be that generous, but I don't hate
No?
it by any means. I'm probably about a 6 for this one.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. The longer I look at it, the more I like it. But my first initial reaction was not that way whatsoever. Like
Yeah, me too.
I was very thrown off, but I'm learning to like it.
This is one of those ones that you kind of have to sit back and think about for a little bit.
Yeah, this one was a head scratcher.
All right, next up, Baltimore.
Oh
Ooh,
boy.
where's that orange for you? Has a very
Ah,
dark uniform.
I don't know if you can see me like trying to see the text and the number. I'm assuming that's a text and a number, or is that the logo? Is
It's
that
the
the
O. Yeah, it's
Okay.
the O. I can probably zoom in for you. I can see it okay, but I'll zoom
I'm
in.
going. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's an O. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm getting some pretty good Halloween vibes here.
it's pretty dark.
Um,
Let's see if I can. Whatever.
it's man, I don't know. I think it's missing something, but I don't know what it's missing.
It almost feels like a prisoner uniform or something. Just it's so
Now that you
dark or
say it, it
black or
does.
something.
It does. I totally get that too. Oh man. And I get where he's going with it because they don't have a black jersey. I don't think.
I don't
Maybe
think
they
so.
do or maybe they have. I don't think they do. Um I don't know. Like my initial reaction, I think I got to go with my gut here. This is probably a 4-8 for me.
Yeah, I'm thinking like 4.5 for me. This is one of those ones that my opinion might change if this was actually a real uniform and I saw
Hmm.
it in a game or on the field or something with an actual person in it.
For
Just
sure.
to
It's
see it
totally
in
hard to
contrast of the
gauge.
green, the grass, and everything else, I might like it a bit more. But just as it is right now, yeah, I don't love it.
No, me neither.
Okay, next.
Is that
Ooh,
Seattle?
that is Seattle.
Oh,
This
I
one's going
love
to be a
that hat
miss.
logo.
This one's going to be a miss for me right away. I can just tell.
Don't like the green?
No, I do like that teal or that green by itself, but I don't know. For me, it doesn't mix with the stripes, the
I
in the
feel like
pants and
this
the
would
shirt.
this would be better served if the jersey itself didn't have pinstripes and you transition to a pinstripe pant.
Yeah, this
Because
is really busy.
there's only certain jerseys and teams that could probably pull that off, like a solid to pinstripe. Most times you got to go pinstripe because it just
Yeah,
matches.
yeah, you're right.
But can you zoom in on that chest logo if you don't mind?
Yeah, totally. Oh, didn't
No?
mean to zoom in there.
Crotch shot.
Yeah,
I like that logo.
that is a nice logo. It is.
I do like that logo. How they have what is that? The Space Needle? Is that what they call that?
Yes, Space Needle.
Okay, perfect. I figured you'd know.
I was gonna say what's the one in Calgary called?
The
You
Calgary
know,
Tower.
Calgary Tower. Yeah.
Keep it simple here. Um, I don't hate it. I don't love it. I think that this is I think I like it more than I dislike it. So I'm gonna just go a little bit more and say a 5-1 opposed to a 5.
I think this is the one I like the least so far.
Okay.
I'm pretty far down. I'm like a 2.9.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's pretty low.
sheesh. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
hate it, but I don't love it. But I think I like it a little bit more than I dislike it.
okay.
If that makes any sense.
Next up, Washington.
Oh, there
Wow.
was so much opportunity to bring some Expos vibes. Oops, as I punched the mic. Sorry, everybody
Let's
listening with headphones.
I'm gonna zoom in on this logo here.
Oh, and
That's interesting. I think it looks good from close up, but from far away,
um, oh, I love that hat
that
logo.
hat's awesome.
And again, relating it back to hockey, I'm getting what year did the Caps use that? Was it a Winter Classic game with the W?
Yeah, I have it right back there. It was 2014 or something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
2013,
I'm getting
2014.
the color from that hat and the logo. I
Hmm.
really like that. The hat is saving it for me.
The hat is amazing.
The hat is saving it for me. I think that if you sold that hat on its own and MLB licensed it and everything, and
Heck
I
yeah.
would buy that. That's a big heck yeah from me too.
I think
Um, the
that logo right
jerseys,
there is what's kind of bringing it down for me. I like everything else.
I'm losing it in the jersey, the logo, I guess, but the logo's kind of ruining the jersey for me.
Yeah, that's what's doing it for me. I love the socks and the cleats.
I'm gonna give it a solid 4.
I'll give it a 5 just because they used to be the Expos.
True, fair enough. Big
Next
Montreal
up.
guy.
Oh wow.
Love it, love it,
Do you really?
love it.
Oh, not me.
Love it. They went back to the old colors, and I love it. I was hoping that they were gonna go like
I gotta check something out
yellow.
here.
I'm pretty sure it's a brown. Yeah,
That's intense. It
yeah.
looks like a
Hell
football.
yeah. It does, doesn't it? Hell yeah. Oh man. Or heck yeah. Sorry.
Oh, you can say hell.
I'm trying to keep it post to post
Oh,
productions related.
oh, that's true.
Oh man.
Oh,
I really like this a lot.
I do not at all.
What was my highest score? What did I give?
8,
7?
9, I think.
I think I gave the 8-7 to Minnesota.
I thought you.
I
I
can't
thought you
remember.
tossed out an 8-9. Maybe it was me who tossed out an 8-9.
I'm gonna give this an 8-5. I
Wow.
really like this a lot.
Dang, dude.
And I'm so glad that he didn't go with like a brown pant, because
Oh yeah.
so easily could you have just said, I'm going to use the old yellow and brown that the Padres used to use, and actually they incorporated it back into their All-Star game 2 or 3 years ago, and then into their current set of jerseys. But you could have easily just went like strict color rush and been like, okay, yellow jersey, brown pants, and then tones of brown in the yellow and tones of yellow in the brown.
You're right.
But
You're right.
it breaks itself really nicely with the gray, and there's just the right amount of brown. Too much brown would have been the deal breaker for me.
Hmm.
But I'm a big fan.
Would you say we're giving this 8-5?
8-5.
I'm a 1.5.
No, don't
Yeah.
do this.
I do not like this. Sorry, Alex.
Neil.
Too much yellow.
You need
And
to
a
watch more baseball.
brown shouldn't be in anything. All right, let's move on. Ooh. Okay.
I like it.
I do too.
I do like it. I feel like the pants would be nicer in a white.
Yeah, the pants, they feel like they don't fit.
They're just too dark. I think you have to go with white to make the rest of the uniform
I agree.
pop.
Yeah, I agree completely.
But other than that, I'm not super against it, but I'm not like drop dead in love with it. I think it's a solid 6-7
Yeah,
for
I
me.
was going to give it a 6.
6-7, I'd say.
Yeah.
I've always liked Oakland's color scheme. I think like Green Bay and the NFL and Oakland here, they do really well with their green and yellow.
Yeah, Edmonton Eskimos too.
Yeah, exactly. I totally get behind that. Yeah, I'll stick with that score.
Alrighty, move on. Colorado. Oh, snap.
You like that, eh?
Man, I love anything Colorado.
Okay.
I'm gonna zoom in a little bit on that part. A little hard to read because of the mountains.
It's not doing it for me.
Really?
This might be the lowest one for me.
Oh, I like how white it is.
I would usually get behind a super white jersey, but I don't like the way it's broken up in the middle, right at the chest area.
Kind of looks like a tube top around the boobs.
It does, yeah, totally. And oh man, yeah, this is a 2.5.
Oh, come on.
2.5.
Dang, dude.
I'm so sorry. Like,
Oh,
I'm not a big purple fan to begin with.
oh no. This one's a solid 7.5 for me.
Really, eh? Okay. Yeah, it's not doing it for me.
That's all right.
There's too many breaks in it, I think.
I'm glad that we disagreed on some of these.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
All right. Next, Atlanta.
Tomahawk chop. All right.
I don't see anything that I would consider a mistake at all.
No, but I just feel like it's the color scheme that's not speaking to me.
Yeah.
But again, I got to keep in mind is that they don't often use this blue Or do they? Is there? No, they do use this blue. What is
This
it that's not speaking to me?
This is pretty bold, though.
It is very bold. I feel like a lot of it too has to do with the color of the background.
Maybe, eh?
Because if that background was white and this uniform could pop to me, I wouldn't get so lost in the reds.
Yeah.
But just on the jersey and the uniform and the hat itself, I'll give it a solid 6.2.
I'm right there with you. I'll give it a 6. It's pretty rich color-wise. Maybe a little bit too rich.
I get that for sure.
Next up, Miami. Oh, snap.
So Miami, what do they call this? Like the Miami Vice
We're
style or
we're
whatever?
definitely getting some Miami Vice a little bit. That hat is amazing. I love that hat. I need to zoom in.
It's very nice.
I love that hat.
This one, it's nice, but it almost to me seems like a jersey you'd create for your team on MLB 20 The Show. Like you just pick your 3 colors and it spits out a random uniform for you. Do you know what I mean?
Totally, yeah.
And that's no disrespect because it's very nice. I'm probably in the same ballpark, no pun intended, as the last one, like a 6 point. I'm going to give it a 6.1.
I like the boldness of it. I'll give it a 6.7.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Who's next? Giants.
Oh, there we go. Here we go. I already love it.
Some off-white pants. Looks like the
Love
same
it.
off-white as in the hat. I think. Yep.
Oh, this is so nice. Oh, well done on this one, Alex. This is gorgeous. This might be my favorite one so far.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. Again, I like it. Sometimes the break between like a dark colored jersey and the light pants doesn't work, but it's a light enough orange and an off-white pant where it almost like transitions flawlessly within the full uniform. I think I gotta give this a. Actually, you go first. Actually, yeah, you go first, and then I'll reveal mine.
I'm right in the middle for this one. I'm gonna give it a 5.
All right, you ready?
Don't love it, don't hate it. Hit me with it.
This is going to be a 9.3.
Shut up.
Yes.
You going in the 9s?
I'm serious. I
Dang.
would want to only get drafted by the Giants if this was their uniform.
Wow. All right. That's awesome.
I love that.
Next out, Texas Rangers.
So we're back to baby blue and a dark blue. Which is kind of a common theme with some of these concepts. The hat is nice, but it should be the dark blue, I think.
I like that patch on the arm.
Yeah, that is a nice patch. It's kind of saving it. I feel like the hat should be dark blue and then
I agree.
And then maybe like a light blue and red tee.
Yep, I actually agree with that. Yeah.
I've never loved the Texas jerseys on their own anyways. And this isn't really doing it any favors for me either.
No, I agree with that. I just don't get Texas vibes from this.
No, me neither. It's almost too soft.
Yeah,
That makes
I
sense.
agree.
Like it's too soft for me. I think this is going to be a 3.8.
Ooh, down to the 3s. Okay.
I'm not a big fan.
I was gonna give it high 4s. I'll give it 4.8.
It's too busy in the middle.
It is
where the
very
piping
busy.
meets.
Yeah,
and it takes away from the rest. But again, it is what it is.
All right, what's next for us? Chicago. Oh wow.
The White Sox. Okay, I like how there's red because they have had red in their past.
Really interesting.
What am I getting from this jersey here?
Kind of the tube top vibes again.
Yeah, but this is what I wanted to bring up about your tube top comment before. The White Sox actually had a jersey. I'm pretty sure it just says Sox in that tube top area. So I like that it's a variation of a jersey that already exists with a color scheme that already exists, but it's just spun a little bit differently. I don't hate this.
I don't hate it either. I think the Sox on the hat, if that was maybe white instead of red, even though that's maybe not typical for what they use. I think that would really balance and contrast the white in the stripe in the on the arms and in the middle of the jersey a little bit more better.
I
And
agree.
maybe add some white down on the socks somewhere instead of the blue stripes in the socks. Maybe use white stripes or something.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, this is pretty decent.
I would agree. I think that it's gonna get a I'm gonna give it a 6.9.
I'm gonna give it a 6.5, six point
Okay,
five for me. We should be
fair.
coming up near the end here, I think. So what's next? New York.
The Mets. Okay.
Oh, got some orange for you again.
Yeah, it's that shade of orange that I like, the Long Island orange that we see with the Mets and the
Yeah, the
Islanders,
Islanders.
which
I
I
don't think I
like.
like the hat.
I it's hard to see the logo, um, almost because I think that the font color is too dark.
Yeah,
I like the break between the belt and the pants.
I do too.
It doesn't blend too much with the jersey, if that makes sense.
Yep, I agree.
Um, I don't know.
So
I don't hate it.
so it's just average for me. I'm probably in this. I'll give it a 6.
I was gonna give it a 5.7.
So we're close then.
Yeah, yeah, pretty close. I don't
All
mind
right.
it.
Next up, our team, the Blue Jays.
Hmm. Hmm.
So they have
So
used all these colors before,
right, but not in the same
but
combination, and probably for good reason.
yeah, not like this. I think those red stripes are what do you call them?
The piping is
Piping. Yeah, I think the red piping running from the collar down the middle of the jersey is kind of throwing me off big time, especially with the Blue Jays logo in the middle.
right. Oh man, do you have a
Hmm.
score?
I I know that I'm not above 6. I know that.
Me too.
This
And I
is.
don't want this to be like,
Do you think we're
oh,
being more critical because it is our favorite team?
probably. And oh man, I'll tell you, it's not a good one for me.
I think I'm probably going to give it a 5 even.
Really,
Yeah.
that's high. I feel.
I think it has potential with a
Uh-huh.
few little changes maybe. I'm not sold on the hat and I'm not sold on the red in the jersey. I think if that was white and maybe the hat was darker, I think it would balance with the pants a little bit more. But yeah, I can't give it any more than 5. So I'm going to stick with 5.
I'm I'm so let down. And
Just
it's not to it's not a knock at Alex. I just maybe was expecting more. I think
expectations are high for the Blue Jays.
yeah, and they always will be for me. Um oh, I think I gotta give it a 2.
Oh, dang, dude.
I gotta give it a 2, man.
A
I don't know.
2.
I just don't like the contrast between the jersey and the pants, and
That's
I think
okay.
there's too much red. I just I don't know. Like
No, if you rank your own team that low, it's way better than ranking it at the top because then you just look biased.
I
So
and you know what? I'm being too critical because it is our team, like you mentioned, but
yeah.
oh, it's
Hmm.
not doing it. It's a 2, and I think that's
Alrighty.
my lowest score.
I think it is. It is, yeah. Next up, the Royals.
Oh, that's
It
nice.
is not very nice. Yeah, I like
Very,
that.
very nice. There's not a whole heck of a lot wrong with this.
I love the relationship with the jersey and the belt.
Me too. And there's just the right amount of that like gold
Yes, it's
in
perfect.
it. Whew. This is really nice. I'm gonna go with 8.9.
Yeah, I'm honestly I'm there. I don't think I've thrown it a 9 yet, but I really like this one. I think you know what? I'm gonna go do the same. I'll do 8.9. I'll
Yeah,
do
there's
8.9.
like I said, there's not a whole heck of a lot wrong with this. It's flawless, I would say.
Yeah, I would honestly I wouldn't change anything about it. It's really
No.
nice. All right, next up, ooh,
The Brewers.
Brewers.
Um,
Interesting.
I like how they ventured off and didn't do the typical Milwaukee font
Yeah,
that we
you're right.
usually see. We got the M logo on the patch from what I can see, and then the retro logo on the hat, which I love.
Yeah, that hat's awesome.
I quite enjoy this. This is a really nice like color rush jersey. Oh, it's the
It's the
okay.
state outline, I think.
Yeah, looks like it.
This
Huh.
is nice. This is nice. It's a nice uniform.
I'm gonna give this a solid 7.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'll give it a 7.3.
Okay.
So I think if I was counting right in my head, yep, that is the
That's it.
last. This is the last one.
Wow.
I just want to quickly run through them again to find. That was one of your favorites, I think.
That was my highest score.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go all the way down to the beginning just to see. I kind of forget. There we go. Yeah, that first one we looked at, I like that one.
Yeah, I can't. I don't think I gave that one a very high score from what I can remember. That one I gave that was nice. That Minnesota
Yeah,
one.
that Minnesota one's nice.
Boston.
Astros. Man, the Astros one's nice.
It's so nice, but oh man. Cleveland, Pittsburgh was nice. Oh, that Cardinals jersey.
That one's probably my favorite. I don't remember.
I think that's our collective favorite one.
It might
like
be
the one that we were the closest score on.
Yeah, I think that one might be my favorite.
It's very nice. Mine will still be the Giants, but that one's very nice.
Good stuff. Well, dang, I got some adding up to do, but
time to test out the old math skills.
Yeah, really, eh? But I would say overall we definitely agreed. I actually wasn't expecting us to agree at all. I figured that we would totally disagree because when I do hockey jerseys, I'm used to a lot of people disagreeing with me. So, yeah.
I see it. Don't worry.
Thanks, thanks for joining me, and thanks for walking through this with me.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
And definitely thanks to Alex for creating these. I can't even imagine how long it took him to create all 30 of these, not just jerseys, uniforms.
I couldn't even put 2 and 2 together on how he did it. So, kudos to you.
Absolutely, Alex. You're the man. If you guys want to check out Audie, he uploads on YouTube. I think your channel's name's just called Audie James, isn't it?
You betcha. Keep it simple.
Yeah. Keep it simple. And you still doing stuff with our boy AP?
We sure are. Yeah, we're still we kind of just in the revival process of our Audie and AP show podcast. Without giving too much away, and I'll give a little bit of a self plug. We interviewed Theo Fleury in the last episode of our show, so that was a lot of fun.
Just a little bit of a home run there, eh?
Just a little bit. Now we every episode after that's going to be just super lame. Just kidding. But we do have some other guests coming up that I won't reveal on the video. But yeah, we're still working on that.
Heck yeah! If you guys haven't seen that interview with Theo, it is really, really good. He says some really important things, not just about sports, but about mental health and all that stuff. He's so easy to listen to, and you guys did a great job talking to him and interviewing him. You guys should definitely go check that out if you haven't seen it. So, Audie, thanks again for joining me for this basically podcast. We're at 53 minutes, so thanks for joining me. Appreciate it, Alex.
Awesome.
You're the man. Thank you so much for submitting these. If you guys want to submit some jerseys of your own, you can go to sportstemplates.net and use code, sportstemplates, .net, I think it is. It'll be up on the screen. Use code post-to-post, save yourself 10%, and send me your concepts, and I will react and rank them. So thanks, guys, for watching. Appreciate it. Thanks again, Audie. Thanks, Alex. We'll catch you in the next one. Adios.